I'm going to share 8 realities that you need to face when you're going out to sell your accounting and bookkeeping services, and then 4 specific behaviors and strategies that you can take that will make you effective despite these difficulties. So before we start, let me share the good news, right? And you guys kind of know this. Every single business that exists in the market anywhere needs your services, right? So you're not selling some weird multi-level marketing item. It's not that you're trying to recruit them for a scam. You're going to sell them something that they truly need. That's the good news. In fact, they've already purchased your service in some way, shape, or form. And the government is even a co-conspirator for your business, because if they don't get their accounting and taxes done right, the business owner can get a massive fine. They can get even thrown in jail. Like, it can get bad, right? So the good news is that this is about the most ubiquitous service for business owners. And then the other good thing is that for the most part, your predecessors, the old school and boomer accounting firms, have done a terrible job of both adding value to their business clients and marketing themselves. And that's no shot at them, but the business has changed. So all of these old firms are primed for disruption, which is interesting now that they're all coming up for sale. So that's the good news. But 95% of the accountants that I talk to, and I talk to about 20 a week, they struggle with getting great leads. They struggle moving those great leads and then getting them to purchase high retainer services, especially the super valuable ones, right? So I shared the good news, but here's some really bad news. Accounting sales is really easy to get wrong, particularly if you don't know your client well and if you don't understand the dynamics going on with the marketing, the sale, and the whole system. So with that, let's dive into 8 realities you need to face and overcome when trying to get your accounting sales rolling. So reality number 1, no business owner wishes they could buy your service. No business owner wishes they could buy your service. It's great to have amazing numbers. Every business owner knows that accurate financials are good, and it's good to never waste your own time doing your own accounting. But if we're real, paying for accounting services sucks. You're really just a necessary evil in this whole business operation. I mean that nicely. Mature business owners, though, they understand the value, and no operation can scale or improve profitability without a fantastic accountant. We know that, but nobody wants to spend a ton of money on you. There's a little bit of an eye roll for every business owner when they realize that they have to pay someone to obey government rules and make sure that nobody screws up the QuickBooks, right? They all kind of, okay. So the first reality that you just have to kind of understand is that you're a little bit of a bummer to have to purchase. So there can be some resistance there. The second reality, number 2, they dislike this subject matter and they don't care about it. Most business owners are high execution people with a bent towards sales or production and doing stuff. Most business owners know how to sell stuff and make it or do it and fulfill the service, right? They started in one business, found out they could do it, started their own, and stole a client from their old employer, right? Whether they're a builder, a lawn care company, a house washing company, a remodeler, a dentist, a marketer, they probably didn't gobble up their accounting and taxes as a category of learning. Most of them didn't sit down and enjoy that in college if they were college educated. Now, it's not the rule, but you need to realize something. They only care enough about what it makes to have it go away. And simultaneously, they don't really want to read about it. They don't want to get a million tips about it, and they really don't want to have to do your job because they don't enjoy this stuff, generally speaking. And this reality makes marketing, content creation, and other things a little bit harder. The bottom line is that a great salesperson positions themselves as a guide that will help the hero of the story get to where they want to go. They don't care how the sausage is made. The hero really doesn't care. And the stuff that you're really good at, unfortunately, they don't really want to hear too much about it. So you're really going to want to keep that in mind as you're marketing, selling, leading meetings, and more. But it also means that the content game, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, the advertising and marketing stuff that we do, your website and your messaging needs to be catered towards people that have this bend to them. That creates a little bit of resistance. In fact, I bring this up because I see so many accountants and bookkeepers giving out lots of tips on accounting, bookkeeping, and taxes. And I'm like, none of your best clients care at all about this. All right, so here's reality number 3. This is a reality that makes it a little bit hard to sell, right? You're selling an intangible product. You can't feel it, can't touch it, can't smell it, and it makes it boring. It's really hard to conceptualize for your customers. You know, contractors can show off their remodels, restaurants can show off their food, even driveway seal coating, which is pretty boring, can do a before and after. But accounting services are they're intangible and really hard for people to grasp just how valuable they are, how much goes into them, and how one provider might be different than another. That's super, it's hard to conceptualize for them. You really can't take a photo of it. Your accounting work can be really hard to share, and it's hard to build credibility over social media and other areas. You'll need to get creative about taking this intangible and making it real for them. The main reality here is that you're selling something more like insurance or a service plan or a warranty, and that requires a very good sales process and interaction to ensure it actually comes together in a clear way for this customer. It requires vision, it requires teaching and clarity and asking questions and so many things. So this sale is difficult because it's intangible. All right, and number 4, making it hard to sell. Business owners procrastinate like crazy. Accounting, tax, bookkeeping, all that is usually out of sight and out of mind until something becomes urgent, right? Business owners rarely deal with this until they absolutely have to. They will wait till the end of year to clean up everything. They don't make decisions right away, and most of them haven't been taught the great tax decisions, the good ones, the tax strategies that really reduce your taxes. They happen before the end of the year. They got to come to you before the end of the year. Business owners will often wait till they get that nasty letter from the IRS or the state, and then that's just what went wrong 6 to 12 months ago. That means that there's gonna be a bunch more letters coming up, right? They procrastinate. The real problem here is that the business owner procrastinates because it's painful, it's kind of dreadful, and it's not something that they like to get handled. This leads into reality number 5. They don't know the problems they have. People don't take action until they realize that there's either major pains staying the same or major benefits that they're missing out on. Until the business owner perceives their current solution as truly problematic and that it's costing them, or that they're missing out, or don't do anything and they're gonna get screwed up, they don't take action. They just really don't. Your customer often has a rotten, broken accounting and bookkeeping system, but they don't know it because the chickens have not come home to roost. It's often not until they get audited or their estimates don't match and they mishandle something and the letters start to pour in that they come to get help, or they have a huge tax bill. The bottom line of this reality is that if they knew the problems that they had, they would probably value them more. If they knew the problems that could be coming, they would probably value them more. Now, this leads into reality number 6, is that they don't realize the benefits that they're missing out on. They don't know the benefits. So first off, they don't know the problems. Number 6, they don't know the benefits. Most business owners assume that things are going just fine, and they'll just blissfully march forward ignorantly until someone comes by and helps them see that their accounting, tax, back office, and bookkeeping situation could genuinely deliver amazing results. Like, they have no idea how good it could be. There's so much here, but the reality is that unless someone comes in and casts vision for them, they might not be able to say, they have to understand that they might save a lot in taxes, or that they might save $20,000 a year in staff labor, or if they might double or triple their profitability by implementing job costing or something that you might come in. In fact, there might even be benefits about their marriage because they won't have fights about tax bills because you'll come on and help them be proactive. Unless somebody comes in and helps them realize that there's a better future forward, they will not change. This reality is that business owners usually don't understand how a great outsourced accountant will make their lives way better. So you need to somehow get into position that you can make the case, along with a challenge for them, that you'll make the future brighter for them. You're gonna help them go from here to a better there. And then reality number 7 is tied to all those. They probably think their current accountant's bookkeeping is just fine. They probably think that the current situation is fine. That's probably the hardest thing in this business, is that too often the current provider is probably failing them, although they trust in their abilities. I mean, how can a business owner even know that things are not as they should be, short of them getting an IRS or government letter? The reality is that they just assume that things are going just fine. That brings me to number 8. The last reality making accounting services really hard to sell is that they probably have a personal relationship or connection with their current provider. Business owners often have a status quo provider. It's just true. Hopefully you won't be that way. And they're usually nice people. They're usually professionals. They're usually enjoyable. Often the business owner might even believe that they need to change. They might understand that their current situation, their current here is not good and that there's a there that they should get to. But they don't want to hurt the feelings of an accountant that's been with them for a long time, that they have connection with and relationship with. So you should have that stored in your mentality as you're selling, as you're marketing, as you're creating content, as you're engaging in meetings, as you're piquing curiosity with questions, and you're working to earn trust and move them towards a better future for themselves. If you want to know how to confront and overcome those realities, you should purchase my course at FeedbackWrench.com. So I have a video training course. It's $500 or $50 a month for 12 months, and it equips you with a ton of different things that are going to help you. So that's the 8 realities that make it hard to sell accounting services. But here are the 4 tactics and strategies that can help you get past them. Okay, these are just 4 very specific strategies or tactics. So the number 1 strategy to sell effective, and this is my first one, is to market them when they're ready to buy. So timing is one of the most important factors in sales. It's also much easier to sell this service to someone who's already looking for a provider, rather than trying to convince them that they should finally take action. That's one reason why I tend to lean so heavily on inbound-based marketing. Inbound marketing means that when someone is looking for a solution, primarily through a search engine or a YouTube search, they're going to meet your content and your company as a solution. If someone is searching bookkeeping services near me, that means that they probably want a bookkeeper near them. Organic SEO, paid search ads, and other inbound content can help you intersect with people when they're ready for the service. That's why I focus so much on developing your Google business profile, the reviews on your Google business profile, your local SEO, and landing pages so that you can rank in all of the cities around you, because people do look for local accountants. When local people want a local CPA or accountant, you can show up and be ready to take their order. So by focusing on inbound marketing, catching people when they're looking, you'll be able to grow much easier. This usually means that you'll have a paid Google search ad lineup for the core take action keywords. And then you'll have retargeting campaigns that keeps your messaging and your calls to action out in front of them, even after they've been to your website or clicked on an ad. So that's the first thing. Focus on inbound marketing and catch them when they're ready to buy, when timing's on your side. It's super important. That doesn't mean they're going to buy right away, but there's some reason, and it just makes life easier. So number 2, here's a strategy. Passionately seek to do a tax and accounting analysis. Passionately seek to do a tax second opinion. Passionately seek to get your paws on that tax return and get into the accounting and find out how you can add value, you guys. Your conversations, your videos, your marketing, your website, and all your remarketing needs to confidently move people to get an analysis with you. You should have a chip on your shoulder that if they send you their tax return and let you see the accounting, that you'll be able to come up with ways to lower taxes and improve their business. You should do 3 steps for your sales cycle. First, you connect with them in some way, shape, or form, usually to frame up who they are, learn their story, frame up a little bit of how you work. Second, you invite them to send you their tax returns. You do a snapshot, you look in their account and get added into the bookkeeping. You'll analyze their tax returns and accounting to find ways to add value. And that gives you the ability to build a scope to serve their business. And then at last, you'll unveil just how much opportunity you found and what it would look like to get those amazing benefits done by you. Now, if your customers assume that they're fine, they don't know the problems, they don't understand just how great the future could look, then you need to have a concrete step where you can look at where they're at and find out if there's a better there for them. This is crucial. So many people get too worried about getting too many free analysis meetings. I just can't go there. You should have an excitement and a passion to get your hands on their tax return and into their accounting to examine it for opportunities to make their life better. Then you can make the case for how you'll improve their life, but you should also make the case passionately with conviction that they should let you look at it. I recommend that you ask them if they've had a second opinion from a tax strategist. You might bump into somebody and you might ask them, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that you're doing everything possible to reduce your taxes? Are you like a 2? Are you an 8? Are you a 5? How about in terms of 1 to 10 on staying compliant and building a rock solid financial situation so that you can scale your business and really grow? On a scale of 1 to 10, how excellent is your accounting and your bookkeeping? On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that you're audit proof right now? You can ask some of these things. Most people can't be sure because they only know what their current accountant tells them, and they're ignorant. They're disinterested, and they're unable to just take part in the conversation. So you owe it to prospects, and it's in their best interests to have you analyze their situation and provide a second opinion. It's in their best interest. You should get excited. You'll really embrace this as you start to have some wins in this tax planning area. This is what does it for everybody. The moment that you find a $4,000 to a $20,000 a year in tax savings, you'll start to just see how vital it is that business owners get some wisdom and perspective from an aggressive tax accountant like you. Like, you're just gonna believe in it as soon as you find a couple of good ones. So have a chip on your shoulder, and that's the call to action that you get. That's the doable thing. So that leads me to the third strategy. I don't think you should waste their time talking accounting with them. And here's what I mean by this. There's a lot of marketing gurus out there right now. Most of them rely on a lead magnet with a bunch of nurturing emails and I see a lot of them. And I think email marketing is powerful. But busy business owners don't want you to spam their inbox over and over with a bunch of wordy crap. Instead of automatically sending out tons of emails about accounting and how you're going to make their financial world amazing, I think it's better to just use your emails to showcase your current clients, maybe communicate super briefly, but don't waste people's time. Don't sacrifice your email deliverability doing what every other marketing approach seems to be doing right now. Now, email marketing works. I'm not saying don't do it. But I don't know that I have a full solution to this either. We do email marketing, we do a lot of this. But anything you send to a business owner better be short, it better be relevant, and it better be authentic and impactful. My spam box is overflowing with accountants and marketers and their cold outreach and their just consistent hitting send on their emails. Now, they have a bunch of people that open their emails. That's fine. But you should not spam emails. You should not send long emails. You should do direct marketing. You should ask them for an appointment and maybe share some videos, share some real quick stuff about how you make their life better, where they might be missing out. It's all about them. It's not about you. And quite frankly, they're not going to sit there and read this stuff. I think there's a strategy where you combine truly personable but scalable outreach tools, things like Loom videos, one-to-one emails, referrals. You can even automate it in some ways, but make sure you don't just spam at people and just hammer, especially your business owners that might have requested a consultation, or even if they did a lead magnet, man, give them really high quality content and follow-up. And that leads me to the fourth strategy. Hear me out here. You have got to create and utilize video. Video requires no energy to consume. Reading anything puts the onus of interest into the user and makes them spend calories to consume it. It's easier to watch video than to read, in other words. You will get much higher engagement on all things if you include video in the content. Put it in the page, put it in the campaign, the remarketing, the texting, I don't care what it is. Whether it's on a landing page, a remarketing campaign, an email campaign, a text, all your selling, marketing, and engaging efforts would be much better if they were imbued with video. People read things in their own inner voice, and that's a problem. But your video and your voice in a video can establish the tone of your business and really the tone of your offer, as well as build the start of a relationship and establish some connection with them, right? Business owners want to get their accounting services from a great person who's worthy of trust, who's engaged and passionate to pursue their best interests, and nothing conveys that better than a fully rounded marketing setup with authentic videos. Videos are important for so many reasons, but what you need to understand is that you can get fast forward, super rich stuff, super engaging conversations. You fast forward them to before they book a consultation, rather than just waiting till after they book a consultation. If you create videos on your website, your remarketing, YouTube, your emails, your text follow-ups, and throughout your marketing, people will start calling you and explaining that they're finally ready to get started and sign up, rather than just booking the consultation. Now, we'll drive more into the types of videos in my course and everything that we do here, but you should create video. Just believe me when I tell you, you need to create videos. They don't need to be perfect. You have to stop waiting, guys. You must grab your phones, write a script, practice. Nothing will impact your business. Well, there are things that will impact your business more, but this will have a dramatic impact on your business. So yeah, there's some realities getting in the way, but those are 4 specific things that you can do to truly move the needle to sell accounting services to high quality, high protein businesses. Like and subscribe if this is helpful. God bless. Head to FeedbackWrench.com if you want a marketing setup, a website, SEO, paid ads, Google ads, retargeting, all of that. We do the writing for you. We make it easy. Plus, head to my website and check out my course for $500 that'll equip you with all this information to truly sell and engage and run meetings well. Also, how to kind of position the whole thing. So, appreciate you.